Hello dear friends, in today's video we are gonna talk about the upcoming new moon in Aquarius on the 1st of February. This full moon Hello dear friends, today we will talk about the upcoming new moon in Aquarius on the 1st of February. This new moon is pretty specific and we need to know what the energy feels like. Because normally a new moon is of course a new beginning, a new cycle, and overall the energy starts to kind of like grow and expand after that. And usually we say that this is a wonderful time to start new things, to focus on new projects, new initiatives, and to kind of like take some action. But this new moon is more specific, and I will tell you why. First of all, we have 5 planets in Earth signs. So literally half of the planets are in the Earth element. And the Earth energy is about stability. It's about focusing on the things the way they are and being present. According to the Jungian psychology and the 4 functions, the Earth energy represents our ability to sense. And this should be a huge priority for us. To be present with the energy as it is. And to really allow ourselves to sense that and to recognize this is how things are and I'm present with them. This is probably the most important about this new moon. So the strong presence of the Earth energy really requires from us to be stable, grounded, present, and to sense things the way they are. On the other side, there is no fire energy whatsoever, so literally no planets in fire signs. And fire is the element of taking action, the element which can bring, of course, courage and many wonderful things, but the focus of the fire energy is ahead, kind of like towards the future, towards pursuing something, towards it could be an improvement, whatever, but something which is far away, which is kind of like pulling us to get there. But we don't have any of this energy. So it's important to understand this combination. Dominant Earth energy, which requires from us to be present, to be here and now, and to sense, and not to escape into some futuristic goals or really to try to compensate with taking too much action because we don't feel comfortable. This is not a good strategy specifically for this new moon. So trying to escape and kind of like take too much action in order to compensate just won't work. And again, it's interesting that according to the Jungian psychology, those 2 energies, the sensing and the intuition, are kind of like compensating each other. So we should focus again more on being present. And the actual new moon is triggering the sign of Aquarius. So we do have some air energy, and this is important. And air is the energy of analyzing and acknowledging how things are. So to summarize everything which we get as a combination, we need to be present and sense what is the feeling that we get, what is the environment around us, what is our life right now. We shouldn't try to escape through compensating with some actions, but instead we should stay present and think about things. So the thinking is a big part of this. This is the energy of Aquarius. And also it's important that the new moon in Aquarius triggers the fixed modality. And the fixed modality is also about stability and being present. So this is very, very important. On top of that, we do have 2 retrograde planets. Well, Venus is no longer retrograde technically, but she's still stationary. So the energy is starting to shift, but it's not that dynamic yet. And Mercury is still retrograde. So again, this is coming to show us that we need to be present and we need to focus more on the internal. So on an external level, things might be quite slow. We may even feel a little bit stuck or limited by something. And we shouldn't try to push through this by trying to escape with some actions, but instead we should analyze things and we should find our own insights in this. And of course, there is no one recipe for everyone. Everyone has their own answers that they need to find right now for themselves or their life. And Saturn is also a big part of this. Saturn is in conjunction with the new moon, which also means that we need to focus on stability, on being present, on allowing ourselves to sense the limitations of the material form. And this won't be an easy task for us because Uranus is challenging us. Uranus, which is the ruler of the new moon, is actually squaring the new moon. And it can trigger lots of resentment and desire to escape, to make changes happen, or to kind of escape from the limitations. But this won't be that easy. So, of course, it doesn't mean that we should go to the other polarity and be just passive and avoid the world and just kind of have this type of, it's not like a healthy acceptance, but it's more like giving up. So no, this is not what I'm recommending. I'm recommending to be present with the way things are and to allow ourselves to experience both of those. So the need for stability and to allow ourselves to sense the way things are and the way we are at this present moment. And at the same time, acknowledge the need that we may need a different perspective. We need a change for sure, but the way things are put here, I don't think that this is so much about externalizing this or taking action in the outer world. This will come, of course, eventually, but we need to start with the internal. And it's about finding our own truth, finding our own insights, and working with this energy on an internal level and allowing ourselves to, at the same time, accept whatever the outer form is or even the limitations are. So we have this special, not easy new moon, which requires, I think, lots of wisdom and really a different perspective. This is one of the important themes that Aquarius, the energy of the actual new moon, brings. It's about freedom. It's about a different perspective. And of course, some important social themes can be very activated. Some kind of group ideas, community goals, all of that is also a huge theme for us right now. But of course, we may also find our own individual personal peace within it, like our own truth or what inspires us or even what our vision about the future is. So yeah, I think that we really have lots of internal work here to do. The actual degree of the new moon is the 13th degree of Aquarius. So, of course, make sure to check if something important is triggered in your chart. This will show you how important this new moon can be for you. But yeah, overall, we have like a more untypical, kind of like untraditional new moon situation. And yeah, being present, allowing ourselves to connect with the way things are, to be grounded and connected to reality, but at the same time not to rush into compensating and trying to take too much action and to change things externally really fast. This just won't work. But instead, look inside of yourself, see what you want to change within yourself. See how you have evolved in the past, and perhaps some kind of ideas or visions are changing for you as well. So yeah, it's a deep internal process, and it might feel kind of lonely at times. It might feel kind of something is taken away from us, but this is only coming because we have some internal work to focus on. So I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if this new moon is important for you, if it triggers something big, significant, important in your chart. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.